All right, what I said was, yes, it's my birthday today. I am now over the hill. I'm not on the hill, I'm over the hill. So, like slam dunk. Boof. I'm not muted anymore. I can't believe I am 51. I'm not this old. I'm really not this old. But yes, I am this old. When did I become this old? Last time I knew I was like 29. Now I'm 51. That's old. My life is not supposed to be here at 51 years old at all. I should be out living life. Thank you, Rad Story. You're 61. Time does fly. My life is more than half over. That's scary. That is a scary thought. So, yeah. So, thank you for the super chat. All super chats are welcome because it's my birthday. And that's it. I don't look it, but I am. I'm old. Old as a mofo. But the best years of my life are still to come. There you go. I'm so far over the hill, I'm at the bottom of the other side. I'm telling you. You'll feel the same when you're in... I know once you're at 51, it's all downhill. Who cares? It's 51. I just better be where my life is supposed to be at like 60. Then I'll be all right. Hey, Gingerlocks, thank you. You look amazing, 51, no more than 30. Why, thank you. I like you. I am old. Exactly, because I'm still raising young kids. I do have a lot of life left in me to live. And like I said, 2022 is going to be the best year yet. Promise. For all around. Thank you, Irish Fairy. Thank you, Dave. And as you guys know, I will be leaving on Saturday for Tennessee. Thank you, Persian. I will. I'll definitely look at it. Thank you, Danielle. But yeah, because my kids are still young. Yesterday we spent 6 hours, 5 hours, 5 hours, waiting for Sage to get a COVID test. And she had a COVID test, she had a flu test, she had a strep throat test. And you know what turns out? She's got the common cold. That's right, folks. Just the common cold. No major illness. Nothing to worry about. Just your standard common cold. So that was good news. Even though it took 5 hours to find out. It was good news. Thank you. Thank you, Danny. Don't worry, age is just a number. What matters how old you feel. That is very true. I feel 35. As I felt 35 for the last, 15 years. I found a song you should... Oh, work? Good. Time starts flying. I remember 51. But thank you, Bobby. Yeah. Common Cold is back with a vengeance. Yeah, she's been sick since New Year's Eve. And I kept saying maybe you shouldn't go out. You know, she's like, Mom, I'm fine. I don't have fever. I could still eat. So I'm like, all right. I'm not going to argue with a teenager. And sure enough, it's just the cold. You will hear from me, Noni, but I don't have AT&T. And I heard that the only service that really comes in clear is AT&T. You love my hair? I just woke up. Fluffer was on top of me. He was like scratching my face. So I'm like, what? I was like, oh, are you saying happy birthday, Fluffer? So yeah, this was me waking up in the morning and throwing it up and boof. I really need to get it done. I need color bad, but I don't do it myself. I like my hair. So I just need my roots done, but my hairdresser's booked for like a month ahead of time. So, oh well. But I'm definitely going to try to go live. Like I said, any uploads are going to go to Patreons first, and then members, and then general public. But hopefully I can go live. You got him, Lena? I'm so glad. You can buy AT&T prepaid and change SIM. I could. Thank you, Susan. I guess I could. I don't know. We'll have to see. I don't have an extra phone, no. Even, oh, AT&T is iffy there too? Someone said AT&T is the way to go. But I have T-Mobile. How's T-Mobile there? I'm so glad, Lena. And for the rest of, I know I have a lot of orders out. Just so you guys know, some of them are being sent out today. And then, like Susan, yours are being, everyone that has an order in as of, what's today? Today's Tuesday. Everyone that puts in an order before Thursday will go out before I leave. Anything after Thursday, wait, it has to wait till I come back. I don't think a prepaid phone is really for streaming. Yeah, I don't think it is either. AT&T is horrible there. Yeah, it's my kids have Metro. Thank you, Robin. So how many people from YouTube are actually going to Tennessee or live there or are going to meet up with us? Because I don't know how many candles to make. So I'm just curious how many people are actually going, because I know a bunch of people canceled. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm driving. Fluffer is on the 7th. He is going to be 4. He's getting old too. Robin, you're going to be there? I'm going to try. I guess I'll bring like 15 and see what happens. And I have to bring Kiki's candles. I live here. I hope to meet up. I hope so too. Thank you, Bobby Pin. Wish I could. I'm in Mass. I would drive, but next to... Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, I don't think you can do that. But is T-Mobile work over there? You're local? All right, cool. Do you know if anyone has T-Mobile, Robin? Does T-Mobile work? Happy New Year, Val. Where have you been? It does. All right, so maybe I will be able to live stream. I'm definitely going to live stream on my drive. And you guys can see the hills of Tennessee. But I'm going to try to document as much as possible, just in case I do disappear. Don't bring them candles unless you bring in tea lights. Nobody appreciate your arts and crafts. Mona, what are you talking about? Like, seriously, what are you talking about? I'm bringing candles to people that are coming to see us. You can Google the... Yeah, but just because it says there's power doesn't mean there is. Thank you, Steffel. Does anybody want to go back to July? Dude, it's 28 here. It doesn't feel that cold, but yeah, it's 28 degrees here. Hey, Allison. All right. So, what do I want to talk about? Did you guys hear the interview last night on... Mona, what the fuck are you talking about? For real. Like, speak English. You're making no sense at all. So, did you guys hear the interview with Don last night? It was actually really good. Until Benoit Balls over there starts preaching to his subs, and I had to turn it off because I was annoyed as fuck. And I don't like creators that preach to their subs. Just talk. You're just one of them. Just talk. I don't like people that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. As a sub, I don't want somebody preaching to me or talking down to me. Just fucking talk to me. You know, just because you're on camera doesn't mean you can't just talk. So, yeah, I can't stand Benoit Balls. I really can't. Thank you, Donna. That's what I call it. Exactly, Lisa. It was horrible. But the interview itself was actually really good. He pretty much kept quiet, which made it really good. And there were things Don says. In a stream, you said you were taking candles to... Oh, no, I'm not even... We're done with that. I don't want... Yeah, but Mona, that has nothing to do with me at all. Nothing at all. So, at the end of it, he goes to say how we should all work together. How isn't it nice to work together? I don't know. Is it, Ben? So, you can't pick and choose who you're working together with and who you're not. I mean, you just don't. You're either working as a team or you're not. Plain and simple. So, we already had snow. It'll be nice again. One thing I took away from the interview, I wish I had time to really sit down and write. I'm going to play some short little clips. One of the biggest things that I got out of it is that Donna's more credible than I originally gave him credit for. And I mean that. When Don lies or when Don's not sure, Don doesn't say, no, that didn't happen or anything like that. Laura was Kiss asked Don's lover's leading answers. Don only proved that what most of Dudley said about him was true. No, I totally disagree. Completely disagree with that. Share, but if you notice, and I agree with you, if you notice, you know, in my mind, I wanted to say to him, Don, all of a sudden you don't know what a meth addict is? You don't know what the signs of a meth addict are? Okay, Don. But the way he lies, he's not believable when he lies. Do you know what I'm saying? I did not find him believable when he lied. When he was telling the truth, there was a certain pattern that he had that made him believable. And then when he lied, he always prefaced it with, I don't remember. I don't know. You know, I wasn't sure. But things that I believed he was telling the truth, he was straight up. The way he was talking about the business, where it took a turn for me, was saying those questions that Don's people were asking were leading mostly. I agree with that. What I kind of had a hard time with was A Glamorous Life. I would have loved to interview Candace either, but it is what it is, you know? They lie to him. They lie to them. They don't care for answers. They don't want the answers. They don't want anyone with a brain interviewing, so go right ahead. You know, Bullhorn Betty can go ahead and yell and scream and attack them because that's what they do, and carry on. So people that allegedly care about Candace, no, I would have been a great interview, but it is what it is. So now we go find Grandma. That's all. It's really their loss. I mean, and I'm not talking other creators. I'm talking Candace. It's her loss. And it's sad fact, but it's her loss at the end of the day. She's obviously does not want someone finding her child or does not want real information out there because there are a lot of questions that have never been asked to Candace like by anybody. And like I said, it kind of like a Chris McDonough 2.0 extension. And nobody wants it. Okay, fine. Believe me, I'm okay with it. A good Don interview would be by someone that is not a Don lover. I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. And I don't know who this other one was that was like so in like Prairie something. I remember seeing her once. I thought her and Benny were on the outs. I think she called the cops on Benny or something. I don't know, but last night they were like besties. So you probably would have been able to interview her if other so-called creators hadn't fucked it up. Absolutely. Candace needs interviewed in the right way. Totally agree. Hey, Ben. They should give her the drug of choice and then talk to her. I know, right? So, Candace is not the only one. Grandma also needs interviews. But you can't get to Grandma if you can't get to Candace. And I'm not saying Grandma would interview me, but, you know, there's just ways around things. Thank you, Lori. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to me. I call bullshit. You don't get test results. Really? You don't get what test results? Flu and COVID? It's called rapid tests. Yeah, you do. So try again. This is where the KGBS truth comes handy. Prayer Garden America was like, Prayer Garden America, yeah, I did not care for her. I thought she was leading and I just didn't care for her at all. Yeah, you do. It's called rapid testing now. Have you not heard of a rapid test social fade? They're pretty common now. You get results in 15 minutes. Same thing with the flu. I'm sorry that you don't know that. Maybe you should educate yourself before you come in here making a complete asshole out of yourself. The only one we're still waiting for is strep throat, but they didn't see much pus. So, sorry. I'm sorry you're such a moron. But please go look up rapid tests. Thank you. We get results for everything rapid in America. We have for years. Yeah. Okay. Can't deal with fucking idiots. I don't know, Quinny. Isn't Prayer Garden the one that's in love? Yeah, she is in love with Don. 100%. I got a rapid test back in 15 minutes. Damn right. Thank you, Box. My 3-year-old grandson and my daughter-in-law have COVID. Uh-oh. I really thought they were going to tell us it's COVID just because I think everyone has COVID. But no, they said not COVID, not the flu. We have them there in the UK. Exactly. I have a rapid test in my bathroom for COVID. I bought it at Walgreens. How many miles? I don't know how many miles. About 4.5 hours. Good morning, Sarah. Your abs beautiful. You do not look 51 at all. Why, thank you. Exactly. Educate yourself, social fate. I also can go to any UTC and get test results in 15 minutes. Damn right. My daughter tested negative and then 3 days. No, she seems better this morning. My best friend got tested for COVID when she was in the hospital. And yeah, it was quick. Yeah, it's 15 minutes. Rapid test. 4 hours. Oh, it was forever. Just trying to get her in. Thank you, Christy. All right, so let's get back to this, though. Just after this, I have some candles to make. I got to take a shower, get pretty. I don't know if I'm going to take the kids out to dinner because what's the point? I can't really eat, so I don't know. At home, COVID test. Yeah, I ordered some online, but they take like 2 weeks to get here. So, but at least next time I'll have them. Yeah, she wasn't running a fever. It was just typical cold. Brother went to Denmark for New Year's and got some friends and got COVID. Uh-oh. That's not good. Why are people saying you don't cam up? I have no idea. I cam up all the time. Who's saying I don't cam up? I always cam up. Thank you, Texas girl. My brother went to Denmark for New Year to visit some friends. All right, so let's get back to this, though. We're sidetracked. So, another thing that I want to point out, that I want to play even first. Kudos to Chasing. Remember I said a while ago, if you really want to find out what happened to Summer, we have to go back to the beginning? Well, Chasing went further than I did. I went back to Chris McDonough's interview. She went all the way back to the very, very beginning and discovered something pretty interesting. I know, I'm always on camera. And found something very, very interesting. Not only about the red truck, that the cops sound like they knew who the red truck owned or belonged to, and they're keeping it quiet, which also could coincide with why the church said the red truck has been cleared. It has been confirmed Jody Sue has not been cleared, although she likes to run around saying she has been cleared. She absolutely has not been cleared. And they spoke about the footprints. In the interview, thank you, Diamond Painting. Thank you. Our Capricorns do rock. So, now there never was a summer. What? Quinny, don't bring stupid shit like that in here. Like, I don't even care who said it. Just don't even put that out there. It's so stupid. I can't, I don't even want to read dumb shit like that. So, now I'm sidetracked from that stupidity. Oh. So, Chasing went back to the original news article or press conference where Summer was missing. And they said specifically, this is where some of the rumors stem from. They said specifically that Summer was last seen walking at 7 p.m. down Bend Creek Road, barefoot. That's from the news report. So, thank you, Lori. So, she was seen walking down Ben Hill Road at 7 p.m. Okay, I'm going to repeat that one more time for a reason. Summer was last seen walking barefoot down Bend Creek Road at 7 p.m. The police were called at 6:31 that Summer was missing. You get that? Summer was last seen walking at 7 p.m. down Bend Creek Road barefoot. Candace or Don, I forgot which one, called to say Summer was missing at 6:31. Explain that one. Who saw her at 7 p.m.? That is one major question I need to ask the police. Chasing had gone through all of it. And Chasing had said, did somebody else find her? Did somebody else see her? And who was that somebody else? Because they updated other stuff. They updated like what she was wearing. Originally she was wearing one thing, then it's changed to something else, then it changed to something else. No, I don't think it was Jody Sue. So, and I agree with you, Jody Sue not credible. Oh, you're saying Jody Sue gave them that information? See, Chasing said they didn't, though. They cleared up that wasn't true. Chasing said they didn't. They cleared up other stuff. They did not clear up that. Thank you, Lovable Rogue. Thank you, Cammie. No one has been cleared. Ellie stated it several times, and you will still have people say so-and-so was cleared when they weren't. Yes, news changes all the time. I agree with you. However, the TBI woman corrected that a day later. I'll look for it. Okay. Thank you, BBT. According to according to what Chasing discovered, there was never an update about 7 p.m. They never gave an update about 7 p.m. Meaning, that's one part they didn't change. They changed her clothes. They updated the clothes. They updated it a long time later. But at that time, no, they did not. Jody Sue said she heard only scream at 6:30, a flash of a red truck. So wondering where that comes from. Well, Chasing went through the red truck and is definitely interesting. I don't want to, I'm going to play this piece because I don't want to screw up the way she explained it. So hold on. Blank screen, go get a life, please.
Be hard to follow because all of this. However, where he was exactly on which day, not June 14th or 15th.
Hang on, I gotta find the exact part.
Are you following me with this? If you are in your company truck, do you not know where you are each day? One day you might be on Beach Creek Road, the next day you might be in Kingsport. Now, he says he doesn't know which day he was there and saw this red truck. But here's my question. If you saw the truck park there in that early evening, and you go back to the original post that they put up, they said Summer was seen walking away from her home at 7.
Okay, before I even play this, I want to show you guys something that stood out to me as well. All I hear over and over and over and over again, well, they said it's not an abduction. Well, guess what? If you look at the original articles and any article following, you're right. It says nothing points to an abduction, but read the next line. Nothing points to foul play either. Right here. Nothing pointing to abduction, but nothing pointing to foul play. So can someone please tell me why nobody remembers this line when they're ranting and raving like a fucking lunatic about how Don and Candace are so guilty? Because if you're going to quote the police, quote them right. What's that banging? Nothing pointing to an abduction, but nothing pointing to foul play. So other than her walking out outside the house and not being found is basically the main thing right now. Which goes back to exactly what I had said from the beginning. That she was outside. She was taken from outside. Oh yeah, there is there? It go, but I never hear anybody talking about nothing pointing to foul play. When they say, and this is where I get so pissed at somebody who I'll remain nameless. But this is why I get so mad. Because you sound like a fucking idiot when you sit there and scream, it's absolutely impossible that she was abducted. Yeah, I agree that somebody going in the house is kind of ludicrous. But her walking outside and somebody taking her, absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely that happened. And again, if people knew the case, they would understand that this all is from the beginning. Nothing points to abduction, but nothing points to foul play either. So if you're going to scream like a fucking lunatic and want people to take you seriously, you might want to know the facts of the case. Just saying. Alright, so that pointed out to me. That stuck out. because it blew my mind that nobody screams. Well, nothing points to foul play either. So Don and Candace are not so guilty as people think they are. Hey, misdemeanor. They need to lock up Candace for neglect and let her sit for withdrawal, and then I bet. I don't know. See, I think she was abducted too, but outside the house. I absolutely don't think somebody walked in the house and stole her. I absolutely do not. I never did. But I 150% believe the exact same thing I believed way back in June, July, and that was that she was outside for somewhere, and she was outside somewhere, and she was taken for whatever reason. I don't know what her reasons are, but whatever her reasons are. What the fuck is that noise? It's something on my desk because it only makes that noise when I'm leaning on it. See? Oh, it's the light. That's what that is. Hold on. Aha. Got it. Got it. I don't believe in that scream at all. I think that scream is complete nonsense. But I don't believe Jody Sue. I never believed Jody Sue, and I always thought Jody Sue was full of shit. I believe she was abducted too, but not from inside the house. Here, and the boys saw her walking away from the house in early reports. No, that one I haven't seen. There's no outside doorknob on the basement door, just a lock. Yeah, but I still never believed that she was taken from inside the house. Nobody knew who was home. Somebody could have been sitting there with a gun. They were at the shed, and Candace never knew till after the fact. There was a blind spot from Granda's caravan. I mean, come on, look at all the junk on their property. And I've said this before. Look at all the crap on their property. You don't think somebody could hide through all that garbage? Of course they can. You see shadows, you're going to think it's one of the dogs. What creator mentioned that about an hour away from Rogersville, a black bear attacked a 15-year-old sleeping in a hammock the same week? I've never heard of that. Oh, I don't think Candace was there, Angela. I don't believe Candace was there. I believe Candace left. The part of the story that I believe from Candace is that she asked the boys to keep an eye on Summer. That part I believe, 150%. She was abducted. Candace knew about it. It's a setup. The timeline makes no sense. That's not true. Wouldn't you think the brothers would have been with Summer and seen something? No. You think it's the first time that Candace would have left them alone? Never. Candace has left them alone before. This time she just happened to have gotten caught. And in all actuality, the oldest boy is old enough to leave them alone. A lot of people seem to think that these kids were all Summer's age. They weren't. In Tennessee, the oldest boy could watch them. They didn't need supervision like that. If she was only going away for an hour or a half hour, legally, she did nothing wrong. Legally, the oldest boy could watch them. Could watch the brothers and Summer. She has only, that's what I'm saying. In Tennessee, he's old enough to watch the kids. They weren't worried about Summer. I agree. Haven't an abducted know the exact time they were getting home from swimming that day. They wouldn't have. It may not have been a planned attack. It may not have been a planned taking. Oh, yeah, legal. The oldest boy was legal age to babysit. Don said someone would not have walked away from their yard unless. Yeah, but Don may say that. And I get him saying that he put, the fear of God in them. I get that. I did that to my kids at Disney. I said, if you guys even think of walking away from me, you're going to get kidnapped. So I believe he did that. I was babysitting at 10, exactly. Somebody lured her, maybe. Until it's proven otherwise, I'm going with my original theory. The one that is, because I was playing something from her. One, and I'm gonna be playing something again. One that I'm sticking with, and I'm not changing until it's proved otherwise. And that is that Candace was nowhere there. She left the kids to go do drugs. She was high as a kite. She came home, and Summer was gone. Her boy is 30. I'm 30, 13. All right, so I just wanted to point out that, because that's what I saw. That part that I'm talking about had nothing to do with her video. It's just something that I noticed because I hear people screaming from the top how she couldn't have been abducted, and they said nothing points to an abduction. Well, nothing points to foul play either, so there's that.
p.m. If you put all this information together for a second, they're saying, the TBI in Hawkins County are saying, we want information because maybe the guy in the red truck who our guy saw could have information because she walked away from her home. Maybe they saw something. Well, doesn't it lend to, does it not make sense that if your guy saw the red truck guy, they wouldn't have also saw something that would give you information on Summer? Because if the red truck guy could have saw something, then wouldn't the reporting person who said they saw the red truck also I'm sure they went through the company itineraries and schedules for whatever the day was, but why don't they have a more firm date? If it's a company truck, then they should know where they sent the individual, where that individual was on any given day. Now, the postman would have a route. Typically, the post people would drop off around the same time. So that person may not know. I can give you that. Maybe the postman wouldn't know because all your days get mixed up, right? But anybody else would have been assigned to go to the area of Beach Creek and Ben Hill, right? Right, Funky Cold Maria, unless it's the same route every day. Now, they also say that a lot of their officers here are familiar with the guy who reported it. So they believe him, right? They believe that person. Additionally, nothing points to abduction, nothing points to foul play, other than her walking outside of the house and not being found. That's basically the main thing right now. So they're confirming to us in this article and in others, and we've kind of ignored this, I feel like.
I agree with her.
They know she walked outside of that home and something happened to her, right? He's the head of this, right? He's not going to say she may have walked outside of the home. It's possible she walked outside of the home. He says she walked outside of the home. Additionally, when you go back to the very beginning of this, very, very beginning, she was last seen walking away from her home on Ben Hill Road off Beach Creek Road at around 7 p.m. Now, Here's what they have on the TBI newsroom website. When was Summer last seen? Her mother last reports seeing her on the afternoon of June 15th at their home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road. In order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, we will not provide additional information regarding this timeline.
Thank you, Anne.
So initially, they said around 7 p.m. she was walking away from the home. They're not the only ones who said it. Hawkins, the rescue squad said it. It was published in newspapers. Right?
Well, see, that's the thing. You said it point on. Do we know if the person's credible? I absolutely agree with you. Do we know these people are credible? Because we don't know who actually said it. But the point is that everybody has speculated so much that they lost the beginning. They lost the basic facts in the case by coming up with these crazy conspiracies, tunnel vision for Don and Candace. And meanwhile, when you look at the facts, Don and Candace are not convicted of anything. Don and Candace are not dead, are not in jail. Everyone talked about how Don was going to jail for the sister. Yeah, I don't see any things being charged yet. It's exactly what I said. He's not getting charged. I don't know if she's lying or not, but it's been months. There's no charges yet. There's nothing going on. So I'll eat my words if I'm wrong, but everybody wants to fucking hang them so bad that nobody's went back to the beginning and started looking at the facts again and started actually looking at what was being said. And it's crazy to me.
And then they ask, have you searched the property and the residence? Yes, more than once. You know, when people are like, oh, okay.
And I'm going to go with that too. Thank you, Cammie. I'm not looking at it from YouTube. I'm looking at it elsewhere. Wouldn't they have found someone? Exactly. How's it going? Exactly. That's why I've been fighting from the roof, screaming from the rooftops. Exactly. People make it so complicated. It's not. I don't make it complicated. I make it easy. Thank you, Ryan. They're back up month to do COVID-19. I believe 100% charges were filed. I don't know if they were filed or not, but I'm saying that you haven't heard anything. There's nothing. I mean, something like that does get top priority. And yeah, there's nothing. You know, they're saying that the cops haven't done enough. TBI hasn't done enough. When they ask questions, I say the statute of limitations ran out. Other people say no. Yes, they searched the basement, the crawl space, all vehicles, outbuildings, barrels, and other items located on the property. Additionally, canine teams specializing in a variety of search methods have also been utilized. So odds are she's not on the property. Don had years of prison time. He's very calculated. To a point. Felly would have found any credible evidence. Exactly. How's it going? Have you searched the phones and computers belonging to the Wells family? Yes, working alongside Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Thank you, Chris. Numerous subpoenas and search warrants have been obtained, resulting in any available digital evidence being collected, searched, and documented. This includes social media accounts. Have you searched the flower bed? There was no flower bed. Summer's mother and grandmother stated that she was planting flowers with them shortly before she was last seen. The flowers were planted in pots, and yes, the pots were examined. Thank you, Michelle. Lawson says no sign of abduction, no sign of foul play. So what's left? She walked out the door and was picked up. Yes, that's exactly right. I don't believe Summer by a home. I believe she's far away from there. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what I feel in my gut, because people will get mad at me. Just because we may not like the way they live doesn't mean they did some Summer. Thank you. I've been screaming that from the rooftop. Have you conducted aerial searches? Yes, numerous searches from the air have been completed, especially during the first few weeks after someone went missing. Additionally, drones were used to map the area and to pinpoint bodies of water as well as other points of interest. Will additional searches be conducted? Investigators will continue to search points of interest as they develop, as well as follow up on tips regarding Summer's whereabouts. Have you collected and reviewed surveillance video? Yes, we collected surveillance videos, photos. Where are we? Surveillance videos, photos from a variety of locations. The entire area was canvassed in an effort to locate any residential cameras that were involuntarily reported. Please keep in mind that a Beach Creek area of Hawkins County is very rural with few businesses and no traffic cameras. Thank you, CD. They all said social media hurts the case. They have searched and more than once. I agree with that. I don't think social media ruins it, though. Well, I don't want to go through too much of Chasings. I mean, people can go. I'll drop her link. But there were certain things in this video that stuck out to me. Is there evidence someone was abducted? None that we've developed at this stage. Yes, both parents have been questioned. Have you questioned neighbors and searched properties? Yes. Have you questioned registered sex offenders in the area? Yes. Is the FBI involved? Yes. I mean, if there was something going on, thank you, Sherry. If there was something seriously going on, and they were so guilty, guess what? They would be in jail. That's true too. I personally, in my heart of hearts, think she's buried somewhere. Where, I don't know. But we're going to find the bones. I don't believe she's alive. At all. I just came in. You might have said this, but remember, how did it come out? That they passed lie detector, and does that mean something? I think it does. Where's the proof for rats and bugs? Have they actually seen them? I've had professionals come in my home and say, as long as you don't have rats and bugs and mice. Ew. It is speculations that is blowing this out. Absolutely, Judith. It's disgusting. And tunnel vision. It's pure tunnel vision. That's all it is tunnel vision. I think she was murdered. I think we're going to find her bones. Not me personally, but I'm saying I think they're going to eventually find her bones. Where? I don't know. An animal might dig them up, but I definitely don't think she's alive. And I hate to say that, and hopefully I'm wrong, but I don't think she's alive. And the sad part is that even if they found the bones now, they can't, unless somebody admits it, they can't say who the killer is. There's not going to be any evidence. Hey, Lorraine. Cherry picking to fit an unjust and unfair narrative. And that's, I agree with you, Lisa. That's what this whole case has become. You know, somebody, I'll say an ex-friend, left a comment on my video yesterday saying something like, oh, you're ruining this case. Why? I'm ruining your money line with all your fucking gossip and rumors? Nah, I don't think so. You know, yeah, I know there's a lot of money to be made in this case when you sit there and scream, Don did it, or this one did it, or that one did it, or, you know, and then super chats come rolling in. Well, someone needed to bring this case back down to reality. And the reality is people are so focused on Don and Candace when they may not be guilty. Candace is definitely guilty of not being there. I'm sorry, but I'm sticking with that. But as far as all this other bullshit that has transpired for 6 months, didn't need to go there. It didn't at all. I know I'm not ruining the case, but others are interfering and are going to hurt any prosecution. I don't believe Don was involved at all. I never did. I always thought Don was really at work. And which lent more credibility to yesterday when I watched his interview. And I wish I could play it, but I know Benoit balls will strike me and it's just not worth it. Especially being that I'm going out there Saturday. Have Candace and Don ever lied? No, they kind of change their theory once in a while. He was found in a river, had fallen through the ice. I think she was taken for a drug debt? I don't know. We are called to act justly, love mercy, and walk home. I mean, for those of you that don't know, like, my background on YouTube or what my stance is on stuff, let me explain it a little better so newer people will understand. I am a big, big, big advocate on Innocent Project and people that are wrongly accused. It's how I got into Making a Murderer. It's a big thing with me. People that are falsely accused, there's over 20, now I think it's 24,000 people sitting in prison that are really innocent, but either don't have the money, don't have the funds, don't have the ability to get out of prison unless they're exonerated after 20 years and they finally find a lawyer pro bono that'll work for them. So I am very big advocate on innocent until proven guilty, and if you are guilty, you better prove it to me beyond a reasonable doubt. Like, I personally would make the best juror because I don't believe in circumstantial evidence. I don't believe in, oh, well, he could have been here. No, show me that he was there and show it to me unequivocally without a reasonable doubt. And that is where our justice system is based on, or is supposed to be based on. And for some reason, that falls through the cracks far too often. So when I see people railroading Don and Candace, there's no proof. You can't railroad people. You can't, have blinders on and then say that you're an advocate for the truth. Because if you're an advocate for the truth, you don't have blinders on. Now you're just as guilty as the cops that you're trying to go against. If you're all going to have fucking blinders on, then there's no point in anybody ever looking into a case. You're guilty and move on. And this is something me and Marissa have fought about, because you just can't put blinders on. You have to connect the dots. And if the dots don't connect, guess what? You don't have a case. Don was at work. For all intents and purposes, Don was at work. For anything, we know Don was at work. So if Don wasn't at work, prove to me he wasn't at work, because I think it's been proven he was at work. I think from what I remember researching way back when, and I will double check, I could be wrong, Don, I don't know, the cops pinged his thing, like where he said he was or something. Does that mean he couldn't have been home and pick up Summer? Of course, but guess what? Somebody would have seen him. We're not talking in New York City. We're talking an area where people would have seen his car drive down. Cops would know if these were fresh track prints. If, his truck had just come down that road, when they got there, before he got there. There's just so many things. I did shut your theory down about the parents on day 2. Damn right. Exactly. They were stuck on the family without evidence. So that's my background on why I am, very into innocent till proven guilty. I would never, ever, ever want my kid, or especially because I'm not rich, but I would never want my child or my mom or me to get railroaded by a system because the jury, which is made up of your peers, is sitting on YouTube hanging me for something that I didn't do just because, circumstances could be that maybe I did do it. But I mean, I'm going to put this out there, and I've spoke about this case before. What about, I don't know why I can never remember. You guys know what I'm talking about. The one, oh my God. It's on the tip of my tongue. I couldn't remember last time either. The one with the single mom that guy broke in, killed killed her son with her own kitchen knife. I don't know why I can never fucking remember this. You guys know what I'm talking about. Oh my God. Tommy Lee Edwards was the killer, I think his name was. I can't remember. Thank you, Monica. Can I remember this? Oh my God. I went through the same thing. Sells, yes. Tommy Lee Sells. What case was that? I can never, no, not Darley. I can never remember the damn name. No, not Susan Smith. Oh, fuck. Oh, Clancy, what case was that? I can never remember. I don't know why. No, not Darley. Let me look it up. Hold on. Not Yates. Julie Ray. God, I couldn't think of it. Julie Ray. So, she went to jail for 10 years because everybody knows Julie Ray. Everybody was focused solely on the fact that there's no way in hell that a man breaks into your house and kills your kid with your own kitchen knife. She was in the middle of a divorce. Circumstances, she looked guilty. She kept screaming, I'm innocent, I'm innocent, I'm innocent. I did not do this. I did not kill my own son. He was my world. The ex-husband, she did this to keep me from my son. She was convicted for life. Somebody happened to, hey, Cuttlefish, somebody happened, like a news reporter that was writing a story on Tommy Lee Sells, heard the story, knew that Tommy was in the area at that time, asked Tommy about it. Tommy admitted to it, gave all the details of it. She eventually got exonerated, and now she's working as an advocate. But all the circumstances look like she definitely did it. The ex-husband said she definitely did it. This woman spent years in prison for something that she knew she did not do. So, the evidence wasn't there. There was no reason she would kill her son. She loved her only son. Their motive was that she was going through a divorce and she wanted to keep the kid from her. She wanted to keep the kid from her ex-husband, which is a viable argument. But guess what? She didn't do it, and she was exonerated. Oh, it's a great case. And he was actually never formally charged with the murder. He was executed in Texas in 2014 for lethal injection. It's a crazy case. But yeah, he had broke into her house. She thought she heard a scream, but kind of like she thought she was dreaming. And if I'm getting this wrong, correct me. I'm going this by memory from a while ago, but She thought that she heard a scream or something, and she was trying to help her son. Like, she realized her son was bleeding and the guy disappeared, but she saw him. Like, it was just crazy. Crazy. No need for wrongful incarceration with the advancement of DNA. That's true too. Maybe he also set up Darlie. I think they looked into that and he was nowhere near where Darlie was. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, feisty redhead. But yeah, it was a crazy case. Look how they treated that mother when they were camping and that dingo took and killed her baby. Who? She's currently applying for a master's. She moved to Tennessee in 2011 and ventured into a bed and breakfast, though that didn't work out. Okay. So just to give you a brief, I happen to pull it up. It was October 1997. She was a single mom living in Illinois. One fatal night, her son Joel was found dead in the house. While authorities believe Julie was responsible, what followed were years of her maintaining her innocence, only to be vindicated close to a decade after the incident. So it took 10 years that she sat in prison for a crime she did not do. She was going through a bitter divorce with the father. Joel's father saw her son over the weekends. During the early hours of October 13th of 1997, she was suddenly awoken by a scream. Concerned, she went to check on a 10-year-old son who was nowhere to be seen. Instead, Julie stated that a man in a ski mask attacked her. But just like Darlie, she didn't have heavy wounds. It was light wounds while her son was killed to death. No, she's not what? She's not what? There wasn't a lot of evidence at the scene. There were no signs of forced entry. She couldn't remember if she locked the back door. The murder weapon came from the kitchen and had no fingerprints. Joel's room, though, was not dusted for prints. The case hit a wall, but in October of 2000, she was indicted for murder. Authorities believe that there was no intruder and that Julie had killed her son. At that time, prosecution claimed the bloodstain pattern evidence proved that. So Julie was shocked when she learned that she would be tried for Joel's murder, saying surviving your child's murder only to find out you're being accused of murdering your child is kind of trauma that I wouldn't wish on any living person. Despite only circumstantial evidence, Julie was convicted of a first-degree murder and was handed down a 65-year sentence. In 2002, all the while, Julie maintained her innocence. Just look up Tommy Lee Sells' last interview. Why does it say he didn't do it? I don't remember. I'm sure I've seen it. I just don't remember. An ex or father of a child to kill your child so they don't have to pay child support. I thought Brad was going to kill Dana at one point. Explain the bloody scissors in her vehicle. The police wanted to protect the boys. I don't know. It's a really interesting case. So if you want to check out what I just read. Some people believe she's guilty. I don't. I believe that this is what happened. And I think he did admit it at one point. They had spoke about it. But either way, she was exonerated. There was enough evidence to point that she was exonerated. There's a great Wikipedia article titled List of Wrongful Convictions. Hey, Barbie. Thank you. Very interesting. Thank you, Texas Mom. Wonder what ex-husband... Well, the ex-husband believed that he was guilty, that she was guilty. Thank you, Carol. And thank you guys for the PayPals. I see the PayPals. Thank you. The ex-husband believes that she is guilty. Tommy Sells killed a teen in my family. He picked up randomly. Anyone could have been blamed. Oh, no shit. Thank you, Infidel. There was a movie with Meryl Streep based on that. It was a kid in Australia. Good morning, Search and Rescue. You missed my birthday sing. I did miss it. Thank you, sweet Melissa. I can see your comments. Thank you, Shortcake. Prosecutor was wrong, but too stubborn to admit it. Exactly. And now we're like totally sidetracked. But my point is, he denied killing Dolly Radier's kids, correct? He said, or it was proven that he wasn't anywhere in the area when that happened. And then they try to blame it on Ed Edwards, which I always thought was an idiot. Hey, Jeanette. I want to be live and not behind. So what did police say someone was actually wearing? See, that is a few different combinations. Because at one point, they say that she was wearing a gray sweatsuit. And then another article, they corrected it. And then I think a third article, they corrected it. From the same day, the vehicle Candace driving does not look like an older truck dashboard. I don't know. That part I don't know. And I apologize to those that wear earphones that tell me that when I mute and then I come back, they jump. So I apologize. She's the only one that reads comments. Love that. Thank you, Tracy. You got to read comments. Gray pants, pink jacket, I think. Yeah, but what I don't understand either, why was she wearing a jacket but no shoes? It's on an Amber Alert. Yeah, but the article had changed. That wasn't what they said she was originally wearing. They changed it. Thank you, Sea Monkey. In Chasing's video, they go through it. She goes through all that. I mean, I'm not going to take her whole video. Just certain things I wanted to point out. They say gray pants, pink shirt, she probably took the jacket off. See, but my biggest question is who saw her at 7 o'clock? That's my question. Thank you, Quinny. Who saw her at 7 o'clock? When Grandis is videoing Summer sleeping, she pans the camera on Candace, and it looks like Candace is driving a Subaru, not an old truck. And the voice does not sound like Grandis. It may be Hunter. Shorts and a pink top. Thank you, Delisha. I know in 80-degree weather. Thank you, Ladon. And I'm going to go live tonight so you guys can all wish me a happy birthday twice. I think the boys did. Who saw her at 7 and where? We don't know. Thank you, Mark. That's what I'm saying. We don't know. The original report was that she was seen walking down Bend Creek Road at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. And mind you, in Tennessee in June, it's not dark at 7. It doesn't get dark till like 8:30. She's driving Grandis's truck. Thank you, Zelda's Ghost. We can bet that the media will correct an error. Their reputation is on the line. They're supposed to be our bulldogs against injustice and try to do their best. And I agree with you, but they did not correct the 7 p.m. They never changed it. They changed it, I think, a while later, but I don't believe so. Ben Hill, what did I say? Ben Creek Road? What did I say? I do believe it was Grandma's voice in the milk video. Okay. Sorry, but for Candace to be a neglectful mother she is, I can't imagine her changing Summer. Yeah, but Summer may have changed outfits. Summer's 5. She could have easily changed an outfit. You know what I mean? What did I say? Oh, Ben Creek? All right, Ben Hill, sorry. Ben Hill Road. Don't worry, I'll get live coverage from there. Kids change their own. That's what I'm saying. She could have easily done it herself. I'm telling you, I think she was left alone with the boys and she went outside looking for her mom. That's what I think happened. It's something happened from right after that. Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek. That's where I got it from. Ben Hill Road in the Beach Creek area. I knew there was a creek somewhere. Do I have all I need for your trip? What do I need? Some clothes, makeup, hair stuff, phone, and a good attitude. That's it. The only way I'm sighting would work would see stories if someone wandered off and seen her on a road. Or this 7 o'clock, Chase confirmed it was multiple sightings at 7 to LE. Okay. Or Candace got back at 6:30 and was high as a kite. Because remember, she failed her lie detector test the first time because they say she was too high. So you fail lie detector test because you're so fucking high. Well, guess what? You may be out of time. You may not know what time it is. But if you're that high, well, you were getting high in between dropping grandma off and the time someone went missing. So she may have called at 6:30. When she got back to the house high as a kite, she didn't know where Summer was. Well, Summer was busy out walking around somewhere, and there you go. She walked down to the end of the driveway and was taken. That's what I think. Yeah, hold on. YouTube takes 30%. I think it's 40% of memberships, 30% of Super Chat. I don't know, or it's the same 35. I don't remember. But yeah, they take a percentage. They got to get paid. Okay. Now we're going to be gray use. So this is State Highway. That's Ben Hill Road. But it won't let me go down there. Beach Creek. Beach Creek is the same. This has, when I put in 100 Ben Hill Road, this comes up. So this has to be Ben Hill Road. I mean, look how dense it is. Now, I believe this No, I'm wrong. See all these mountains? I am in a turnaround, but I'm showing you guys the mountains and the hills, and there's a little girl. Now it looks like this is from 2013, so this is a long time ago. So it looks like Beach Creek Road is very small because it turns into a state highway. What are all these? Yeah, I can't get down there. Jody Sue was a liar, I agree. But this is Ben Hill Road. I can't get down there. Oh yeah, right there. Nope, Google didn't get it. The dead end sign, nobody's gonna go up that road. Why wouldn't you go up that road? I'd go down there just to see what's down there. I don't know if I can get to the other side. No, can't go that way. No, unless I have an address. Do you see all this? There's no way anyone... I don't know. I think she's gone. That's kind of weird. I want to know where that goes. If this road is still here, I'm going to check that out. Remind me, if this road is still here when I go there, I'm going to check it out. I want to know where that goes to. That's kind of weird. Thanks, Miz. That's just weird, though. Like, there's no cornfields or anything, so what's down there? Yeah, but Gray has stuff I don't have. This is, if you go back to Ben Hill Corner, right before you get there, pan to the right, you can see the shed that belongs to Wells. This is Bent Creek Road. You mean this one? That one? I don't think that's theirs. If you're talking about, that's not theirs. Or maybe I'm wrong. Oh, this is the well shed? Who's camper? I didn't realize this was their camper. If I did, you see when police were doing the update and the horse was running down the road. Yeah, this is 2013. Beach Creek and Ben Hill Corner. I get money through PayPal, yeah. PayPal, you get almost all of it. They own a lot of land. So is all of this theirs too? Yeah, I did a video on Jackie Dobbs the other day. So all of this is theirs too? It won't allow me to do an aerial view. See, Beach Creek is only from here to here. And then it's Highway 2463 and then Highway 347. So they must own this piece of property. There's a house. I think this is them. Because I see around. You just got to sign up. A Patreon is support. You guys are like my sponsors. Yeah, I think it is too. I think this is the house. Because I'm just looking at the way it's... And then all of this is theirs. I agree, Donna. But someone could have got in this way. Yeah, this is them. This is 110. It's a red truck. How funny is that? I know, that's what I'm saying. How funny is that? It's 7 years ago and there's a red truck. That's kind of funny, though. It's the same property 7 years ago. 8 years ago. Because Google Maps tells you that it was, the pictures were taken in 2013. But isn't that interesting, though? There's a red truck. Thank you, Ashley. No, you can't. That's as far as it'll let me zoom. Hey, Winter Moon. Interesting, though, right? It's a nice piece of property. It's like, what it reminds me of is like Don's own little commune. You know what I mean? But in all fairness, there's no reason to believe that when you own 11 acres of land that you couldn't leave your kids there for an hour by themselves. I don't think that's out of the norm for people to think that. Thank you, Winter Moon. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so end? You know what I'm saying? Crankcase paid a bus trail that leads right back down the driveway and also shut at the bottom when Molly was not hard to walk down. Don said he owned a red truck many years. I know I'm saying, oh, believe me, I'm not saying it's a conspiracy. I'm saying I think it's funny that there's a red truck there. It's a Shed Molly film. Yeah, I plan on filming it. And you get to hang out with the cool people in Patreon. Now, you get exclusive stuff for, allegedly. I say allegedly because I haven't really lived up to it. But you're going to get exclusive stuff. You get stuff before other people. You get to hang out with us. You get to sit with us. My husband and I grew up in the hills of Kentucky and Oklahoma. We would go on 15-mile hikes up steep hills. Yeah, you just don't think about it. Wasn't knowing about leaving the boys. Is that the excuse for leaving them? Is that for them to clean the house for CPS? That's a rumor. That has never been confirmed that CPS was coming the next day. Never. I have not heard confirmation on that. Yeah, Google, I wonder why they haven't updated it. But people ask me what I'm using, just Google Maps. It's going to be cool. Yeah, it's 34 here now. It's crazy. Exactly. We the cool kids. How many pharmacies in the area? Damn, there's a lot of pharmacies for a small little town. Look at that. Visited? How many have I visited? 0. They were in a CPS. Yes, they were in CPS system. Welcome, Robin. I'll give you the Discord link after this live ends. Not unusually left alone in the country. That's what I'm saying. Like, even when I was living in Iowa, this was 2008, 2009. I mean, the kids were real little, but I saw friends that I met that, lived out in the country and no crime there. They left, an 10-year-old with a baby, which I thought was ludicrous, but that's how they do it out there. So that doesn't, that's not odd to me. I think our weather runs a lot like, exactly. Yeah, it has been cold. This has been a crazy winter. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, this sucks. I just don't want rain because rain's going to suck. And the sad part is I almost rented a truck because it wasn't that much of a difference. And then I was like, nah, do I really want to pay for the gas on a truck? Now that I heard the weather's bad, I should have got a truck. But I rented a full-size car. Thought I heard it was JS husband at 6. I don't know. I don't believe anything out of JS. When I go back to work here soon, I want to become a Patreon. I have cheap slots. I have dollar slots. Dollars might be full. I have to make a donation on that dollar slot. I have dollar slots. I have $5 slots. I have 10, 15, 20, anywhere from $1 to 100. Danielle get a bunch of snow. Yes, we did. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But now it's coming down. If anyone's interested, the NASDAQ is down. We got a couple of inches. It was great. Oh my God, Italian girl, how are you? Thank you. How are you, girl? And I gotta say this, guys. Do I have any ex-smokers in here? I will never want a cigarette again. Ever. Let me just tell you. I brought out my wedding pictures the other day because me and Molly were talking about something. And like the little book that's been like in the back of my closet for years. It smelled like stale cigarettes. OMG. never will I smoke again. Smokers do not realize how bad this smell is. I still smell it. I could still smell it. I'm ready to disinfect every fucking thing I own and throw out memorabilia that I smoked around for years. It is so vile and so nauseating to smell this nasty, nasty smoke. It's nothing I ever noticed before. Oh my God. It is vile. Anybody that quit and went back, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, it's nauseating. Absolutely nauseating. Even if you smoke outside, it's still on your clothes. My kids never smoked. They would tell me their shit smelled like smoke, even when I smoked outside, because it's still on your clothes. Ugh, vile. Vile. Never again. Still smoke, help me. Get a good vape. Go to a good vape store. Now, I like the nicotine, which is why I'm not quitting smoking. Why I'm not quitting vaping. But never again. Ugh. I don't think I'll ever quit vaping. I don't. Hospital and clinics now have signs about it. Dangerous vaping is vaping cheap oil or vaping chemicals or vaping pot is bad. That is bad. I want to show you guys. I bought CBD for candles. I don't know where I put the CBD, but I bought a very high milligram. I think it was like 250 milligram. I gotta clean my desk. I got shit everywhere. That's not it. What do I do with it? I don't know. It's around somewhere. But I bought CBD to make CBD candles. I just bought a vape, but it makes me choke. You gotta get a good vape. Hey, Reagan. Thank you, honey. Those blue things are water containers. People use them as housing for chickens on their farms. I don't do blue. I have a real vape. Oh, you guys can't see. That's one of my vapes. And then there's my other vape. I just take the top off. You know, sick of it. Andrew crossed the line and gets her jaw locked in Tennessee. It's 5 degrees? Hell no. Cheap oil gave me anaphylactic shock and a trip to ER. See? Showing you how you make candles. I haven't made one. I've made like melted wax and stuff and pouring it, but I haven't actually made a video yet. I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll do it today. No, Christy, I go to, the fuck's it called? Kick in the Habit on 72. They are like the best. 11 degrees? Hell no. Hell no. I don't smoke pot. No. I'm allergic to THC. Thank you, Reagan. I'm allergic to THC. You don't want to use disposable vapes. I hate disposable vapes. Let me tell you why. Disposable vapes. Okay. So I'm out. But this is like my red that I buy. This entire bottle has 6 milligrams. Yeah, 6 milligrams of nicotine. All right. The preloaded pens have 50 milligrams of 50 milligrams of nicotine. So a lot of kids who want to vape go for the preloaded. And that is the worst thing you can do because you're getting 50 milligrams or it's 50 milligrams per bite. Per hit. It's 20 times the amount of nicotine that's in a regular vape. So just saying. I have a bunch of candle short videos, but not actually making them. Just pouring them and melting the wax and stuff. I did make a um I did make a candle video playing around with my iPhone, but it's just pictures of the candles itself. I'm consciously choosing not to believe that. Not to believe what? That I don't smoke pot? I am. I'm allergic to THC. Me too, Lori. It's my favorite vape. It's my favorite liquid. Just bought some juice. Oh, I love reds. I've been following you since the Avery case, and now I'm back on your channel. Thank you, Sherry. We miss Eric Cozy. R.I.P. old bud. So for those of you guys that don't know, when you hear me say something about Eric Cozy was another Making a Murderer creator who was 42 years old, drank Red Bull every day and Dr. Pepper and didn't take care of himself, and he had a heart attack 2 years ago. The disposable vape, and yeah, the nicotine love. No, it is. The disposable nicotine have tons. Oh, that's awesome, Italian girl. I'm so happy for you. That is awesome. Thank you, Dana. Looks like I took a screenshot of the kind you have, and I'm telling you, go to a vape store, a good vape store, and tell them you need a mod. I started out with a Smock, SMOK. This is actually a Smock top. Smock is a good first start of vape. Stay away from Red Bull. I agree. Have you heard of the Springfield 3? I believe I have. Red Gray. Oh, so you are a menthol person. I hate menthol. But this is literally the best ones there is. Get a bag of charcoal and veggie. I tried that. I tried the charcoal thing. It didn't work. Put them around your house. No, the smoke smell is not in the house. It's in the closet. It's on clothes that I haven't worn in a long time that I've kept with me because I said one day I'm going to get back into them. Well, I'm almost back in them. But yeah, they all have to be washed. They've been sitting like top of my closet. Smock is a great brand. They're like a beginner brand. Like I use I bumped it up, Arius or something, the Geek vape. But Smock was my first vape. It was a pretty good vape. Went to vape, light nicotine till went zero. Exactly. I had Juice Head. I had it in I forgot. I have all sorts of juice. Then I have this one that I like the way it looked. It tastes like tobacco. Had an iron that used to call my nephew Mr. Smokey. I worked for the jackets I wore in club. No, Smock was a good vape. I could sneak a vape while in the office or in the bathroom. When vapes first came out, we were allowed to vape at our desk back in 2013. I remember that. We couldn't smoke, but we could smoke vape. Smoke smell doesn't come off clothes no matter how many times you wash them. I don't know. Putting back some baking soda in the closet. I'm going to try it. Now, it does, Quinny, because there was some stuff in there that I washed and it doesn't smell. We were allowed to back in 2013. That was the last time I had a job in an office. Never will tell I'm retired, but I sneak in places I shouldn't. I'm still allowed to vape. Are you? People don't like it, but I do it anyway. Smoking makes me depressed. Yeah, I'll never smoke again. Wash clothes with a cup of white. Tide seems to work. We use Tide. I use Tide. It gets off all smells. So, but I'm going to get off for now because I got to get to shower, post office. I got to wrap some more candles, make some labels. And as you guys can hear my stomach, I'm starving. So, Wash them with whatever detergent and vinegar. Everything smells amazing. I'm going to try it. I definitely won't get stoned. That I can promise. Are you ever going to do a meet and greet in the UK? Probably not. I would love to say yes. And if I ever make it to the UK, because I would love to go overseas, it's on my wish list. Oh, let me read you guys my wish list. I made a wish list last night for Patreons, so I'm going to read it to you guys. So if anyone wants to get me anything on the list, go right ahead. Hold on. You just got to make sure the Patreons haven't bought it all for me yet. Because, you know, they might have already bought everything. So you just want to check it with them. Hold on. Guys, where's my wish list? It was F. Oh, there it is. Okay. So here's my wish list. A sexy, rich, funny man that wants to travel with me throughout the world, and of course he must pay for it. A new car or a limo complete with a chauffeur. A nanny 5 days a week. I put 5,000, but I meant a 15,000 iMac complete with a programmer to teach me how to use it. iPod Pros in purple. They must be a metallic purple. Plastic surgery for liposuction and skin removal. A boob job lift, because, like, who doesn't want boobs like when they were 25? An acceptance letter for MIT for Phoenix. Someone who wants to backpack Europe for a month with me. And, oh, yeah, for Josie Bear to do my hair again. I'm not asking much, right? So that's my wish list. So if anybody wants to buy me anything on it, go right ahead. I'll add to that a trip overseas. So I could do a meet and greet in the UK. So we're going to add that on. So there's my wish list if anybody wants to get it. And let me also add, AirPods don't come in metallic. AirPod Pro don't come in metallic purple. So nobody has to go looking for them. They don't exist. You want all those things too, right? Isn't that a great wish list? I thought it was. After seeing the exorbitant things that people put on their wish list, I made a wish list. Come to Ireland. I would love to go to Ireland. No lie. I would love to go to. I heard Ireland is beautiful. Adults do have wish list. I bought from Amazon wish list in July for pet supplies for someone that's on TikTok. Yeah, they don't make them yet. There is allegedly they're coming out with the iPod 3s, but those aren't the Pros. And allegedly those are coming in colors, but it's like $320 or something. Yeah, no. So yeah. Because I didn't want any of my patrons to be like, oh, we could do the AirPods. But yeah, they don't come in metallic purple. They do, but you have to pay an exorbitant amount. And they're not the Pros. They're only the regular ones. So that's my wish list. And I need 3 of everything. Because, you know, you got to have 3 of everything. Skin removal doesn't like it. Well, so far I don't. I'm just saying that, you know, when I said skin removal, like, you know, you want to have a body like you did when you were 25. So, you know, they got to suck them up. I bought him some rayons. I actually like them better. I put sages in. This ear is not as tight as this ear, but I like my over the head earphones. But the new ones I got, you can't even, you can't hear anything. Like, it's great for noise reduction, but I can't hear anything going on around me. I don't like that. I like to be able to hear some kind of way around me. You don't need, I'm going to Florida. My mom lives in Florida. I have to pass through Cocoa Beach. You know who's from Cocoa Beach? The Truth. The Light Truth. She's from Cocoa Beach. I mean, she doesn't live there now, but that's where she's from. You need to add more to my list. Why Don claims he did not ask any questions to his wife after he returned. I don't know. Those pods won't say it. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was shaking my head, and one of them, this one, I don't know, my ear, I guess, is weird. But it's weird. Well, Sage was telling me the iPad Pros come with cushions so you can make it smaller or bigger. You like my wish list, right? I mean, you do need everything because this is your full-time job. Exactly. Exactly. See, some people love their AirPods. I want to go backpacking. You want to know one of my biggest dreams? Hey, pretty. One of my biggest dreams, I want to backpack Australia. I have always said that. And Sage is like, I'll go with you, Mom. I'll go with you. As I'm telling you, it's one thing I've always wanted to do before. It's like my biggest bucket list is to backpack Australia for like 3 weeks. And everyone said it's much more dangerous now than it is than when I really wanted to do it in my 20s. But it's something I just want to do is backpack Australia. Thank you, St. Elmo's. Osborne's Cocoa Beach. I'm actually in Melbourne, not far from there. See? Get the AirPod Pro. Yeah, that's what my daughter says. I bought her the AirPod Pro. And then she gave Dayton her AirPods. You go backpack? I do. I want to go backpack. I keep saying Europe, but I mean Australia. I just think it would be awesome to backpack Australia. I'm leaving Saturday. Early Saturday morning. Saturday's the 8th, right? Whenever the 8th is. Yeah, Saturday. Thank you, Liz. Love you too. Thank you, Daly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And again, thank you for you guys that are giving me PayPals. Always want to do Australia. I found everything there wants to kill you. I know, right? Because you read your comment. Thank you, Rocco. Rocco, you never heard my theory on that? I'm going to tell you my theory, and then I really got to go because I'm starving. Doesn't it sound like fun? When I was a gamer, I would see these huge creators that would have millions of subs and hold contests and say how they're all about their people. And nobody ever commented. They never read chats. I mean, granted, it was a lot of uploads, but in their comments, they would hold these comments for content, and yet they never, ever showed anything. They never hearted their people. They never did anything. I had told my ex at the time, who actually gave me the name PURPLEXEDQT, I told him, I said, Angelo, why does nobody ever speak to their chat? And he's like, because they're busy, they're gaming. I said, what about in comments then? These people make them. Why? They wouldn't have a channel if it wasn't for these people. He said, I don't know. They just don't. You know, they're busy. They do this. They do that. So I said, well, if I ever decide to really take this serious, I am going to address chat. I'm going to heart every comment. I'm going to read comments. I can't imagine not doing it. And he said, well, go for it then. And that's why I read all comments. And then it just became an obsession. Like, I have to look at comments no matter what panel I'm on. It drives me nuts if I can't see comments. Hey, Amy. It just drives me nuts if I can't see comments. But I'm also looking at it at a 49-inch monitor. So comments go very slow for me. So it's much easier for me to see them. Like if I'm on my cell phone, it's hard to catch comments. And even looking at a camera, it's hard to catch comments. Now, if I have 30,000 people in here or, 10,000 people, will I still be able to make comments so much? I don't know. But right now, thank you, Lucy. Right now, I don't have enough comments. I don't have enough people in here, even with a couple of hundred, that I can't read comments. Oh, absolutely, Amanda. She was in here earlier, Kate and Caboodle. We can game together. I actually haven't gamed in a while. The boys did not kill Summer. Thank you, Zelda. But meanwhile, I see people like Popcorn Planet who won't even acknowledge you unless you pay $24.99, and then they'll stop the stream to thank you. I'm sorry. I'll stop and thank you for $1. Like, I don't know. I just think it's weird. You are nice to us. So why, thank you. Thank you, Rose. Summer's not missing? She's not? What is she? Why would the bus kill Summer? Summerwells War says that it's all a conspiracy and all the creators are in on it. Oh, that's ridiculous. I can't believe it. One time I had a question from Mike. He said, I have to pay. Exactly. That's what and yet they keep growing astronomically. And they have, 250,000 subs. I'm like, what am I doing wrong here? If you watch Dr. Disrespect, no. That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't acknowledge you. They don't talk to you. They talk down to you. They're so much better than you. And they'll only talk to you if you pay. And yet people pay them. Tons of people pay them. I don't know. I don't get it. Definitely not, Rain. My 30-year-old daughter is a gamer and I have Twitch. Did you see Crack Case last? No. How was that, by the way? Cam was higher than a kite. A lot of people saying that. I don't like the Glera. He's a good gamer and talks to his chat. Oh, is he? Dayton's a really good gamer. It's weird? What's weird? I get turned off by those channels that only speak to their... Exactly. I don't stick around for them. Give it time. I hope so, Amanda, because that's what's frustrating to me. Because I'm like, I talk to everybody, and yet I don't grow the way some of these people grow. I'm like, maybe they're onto something. And then I was going to try it. I was like, all right, I'm only going to speak to members. I'm only going to speak to this. Doesn't work. And you would think the opposite, that more people would respect the fact and, let's say, join membership or Patreon, because I am giving them time that other channels don't, but it doesn't work that way. I don't know. Thank you, an American in France. We're going to hike up Mount Kilimanjaro. Health issues are postponed. As long as you do it before you die. I have heard Cam was wasted. Yeah, a lot of people saying that. Thank you, Kim. Voices killed Summer. That's it. You two will see how high. All right, now you guys got me curious. Now I'm curious. Thank you, Amanda. This is what I want for my birthday, guys. I don't care if you use troll accounts. I want 14,000 subs. I am 12 away from 14,000. So I need 12 accounts to hit subscribe. That's what I want for my birthday. Thank you, Remy. Hold on.
That verse right there. Hold on. So I do not butcher it.
Because they have questionable methods, for lack of a better term. It doesn't mean that they're responsible for what's going on. And my whole thing is, let law enforcement do their job. You know what I mean? There's so many law enforcement agencies that are on this case. Let them do their job.
Multiple counties. And,
right.
I noticed that I was watching some of your content earlier, and, the only person I've heard to make the claim that they were working with law enforcement was the group that was just here. And Sheriff Lawson, professionally and as nicely as possible, said, no, that's not true.
No, I'm quoting. He said they are not helping at all.
Yeah.
And nobody should be trespassing. So he's implying that they were trespassing on people's
Yeah, but he might just be stoned. I mean, he really might just be stoned.
property when they shouldn't be. And what he didn't mention in that quote was the big picture here is that if you trespass on other people's property during an open investigation, you could be tainting evidence. You're costing justice from happening.
Yeah.
You're creating a more difficult situation for them to be able to do their jobs, and they're the trained professionals.
That's right. That's right. And, you know, excuse me, normally, you know, things like, I would say, like, you know, the footprints and stuff like that, that wouldn't be something that I normally would, you know, I guess, subscribe to wholeheartedly. That there's more to that than what people know. There was, you know, despite what
Like I feel exactly the same way as you do about Don and Candace as far as how you're describing
Thank you,
it.
Pat.
I mean, you know, I don't know them personally, but the thing is everything that's been exposed about them, in my personal opinion, is none of our business. It has nothing to do with the case itself. It has nothing to do with Summer. Just because they happen to be her parents doesn't mean that because they are.
Oh, I agree with that, Saint Elmo's Fire. I 100% agree with that. Slow and steady always wins the race.
Have questionable methods, for lack of a better term. You know, it doesn't mean that they're responsible for what's going on. And my whole thing is, you know, let law enforcement do their job. You know what I mean? There's so many.
Yeah, Cam always sounds like that, from what I've seen. Oh, I can't stand the glare. I have such little respect for him. Thank you. How's it going?
That's what I'm saying is I mean, when I was a kid, because I spent some time growing up in West Virginia, right? That was just fun. That's what we did in the fall. That's what we did in the summer. That's what we did. You know, we played in that. You know what I mean? We played in that.
right.
So why is it so hard to believe that a child could have wandered off? You know what I mean?
Laura, another curator called their county sheriff during a live, and they said to her that it's still under investigation. This is another reason why no one can go on the property to tamper evidence. Okay. Is Glare a gay man? I don't think so. That's what I think. He just looks stoned to me, like he's, you know, smoking pot. I don't know. I don't know much about pills. I really don't. Show me someone on meth, I can point it out. Show me someone on coke, I can point it out. Show me someone on speeders, I can point it out. Show me someone on pills, I couldn't tell you the difference. I have no idea the difference between pot, pills, I have no clue. So to me, he just looks stoned.
What do you mean you got crap over it? I'll stand right next to you, dude. Like,
look at that mess behind him, though. When you're on camera, make sure there's no mess behind you. Not a good look.
Yeah, there's no reason why you should be getting crap over that, dude. There's no reason at all. I plan on being there. I plan on being there because I love that JLR is going to be there.
Oh God! All right, I give up. Welcome, Peggy.
I just have to see this guy face to face because I don't believe that a dude like this exists. It blows my mind. I can't even imagine the fact that this dude exists. It blows my mind. Seriously. Like you're going to protest the one chance, the best chance that Summer has of being recovered. You're going to protest them. Yeah. That's your plan. And you expect us to believe that you're trying to find Summer? I would love to talk to the guy to find out, why do you think that? Why do you think that the TBI is not doing a good job? Why? Because they're not telling you anything? Is that why?
Right, like they are on a need to know. Like you have to tell.
Everyone's on a need to know. It doesn't matter. The only people that need to know what happened to Summer are law enforcement and Summer's family. Period. Yeah. Period.
Because, you know, regardless of where this goes, there's also a trial that has to be held.
You have to collect evidence for that trial, absolutely. If a trial happens.
Yeah.
If you can get somebody to plead guilty, even better. Great. You know what I mean? Okay. But you know how you get somebody to plead guilty? By presenting to them going, hey, this is how much evidence I have against you. This is how much evidence I have. Let law enforcement do their job, man. You know? Like,
I can't say I totally disagree with them, because I don't. Yeah, I'm just saying, when you're on YouTube, you never want to have stuff behind you that's dirty. It's not a good look. I like to know what shoes Summer did on that day and no one met. She didn't have any. She's barefoot. According to, allegedly, she was barefoot. Oh, there's 2 members. Welcome, new members. Oh, Christy's back. Woo woo. Welcome, Peggy. I wish I was stoned. No, Karma, you know you and I are in agreement on that. He reads all chats, tries to help people. It's sad how they're being... Yeah, Robin, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you on that. They are new. And that's why I fought hard for them. Because nobody on YouTube should have CPS called on them. I'm sorry. It's not like if he was high, let's say he was high as a kite and his kids were running around and they were dirty and they were gross and she was nowhere to be found, you know, like she didn't exist, let's say, then I could say, okay, maybe something's up. But even if he was high, she's there and she's a nurse and she seems perfectly fine. So I have no doubt their kids are taken care of. And that's just my opinion. The boys are trying to take over YouTube. I know, right? So is a Jello shot? Oh, Jello shots are good. CBS can ruin and put stress on them for no reason. Exactly. Thank you, Peggy. But that's exactly right. I do not believe on calling CPS on any YouTuber. It's YouTube. Maybe it's all an act. Maybe they act crazy. Do you think Molly acts like she does live? Do you think she acts like that at Jake's school? Of course not. It's a persona. So that's why I don't believe you should ever call CPS on anybody. I don't know. I never was part of the protest. Yeah, one has to be sober. YouTube declined my renewal of membership. Especially when nobody has seen his kid. That's exactly. DCYF is corrupt. Believe that. I agree, Beauty and Brains. It's disgusting. Nobody should do it. It's been done to me multiple times. Nobody should do it. Even I heard, as much as I dislike her, Natasha Cooper. Okay, she may be a scammer. She may be a piece of shit, but she didn't deserve CPS. Her kids are perfectly fine. You know, you just don't call CPS on a YouTuber, no matter what they do. Sorry, but you just don't. Actually, need some people, you wouldn't want to see my bedroom. No, I'm saying that you don't put it on camera. That's all I'm saying. You should see my desk right now. My desk is a mess. If I understood correctly, he was a drug and alcohol counselor until COVID. He was a drug and alcohol counselor? He's told his subscribers past. He's also a mechanic. Exactly. People that deserve CPS to be called on them with Don and Candace. I absolutely agree with that too. Once you get CPS in your life, it's hard to get them out. Unless you're innocent. When they come here, they come, they close it out. They come, they close it out. They come, they close it out. But it's a waste of time. No, they're not a couple. I thought the same thing. But I don't even know if they just met, if they met in Florida, if they met a long time ago. I don't know much about them. I don't care to know much about them. They're not my friends. They're not my thing. They're Marissa's friends. 53, then living my best life. Exactly. I hear you, Sassy Callie. But if you live in Cali, you're spending an arm and a leg. All right. It's horrible, Lisa. It should not happen. It's absolutely stupid. Unless you have a... Dr. Latina was in a hater of mine. And they were talking about a story I told from 15 years ago. Dr. Latina had said, oh, maybe CPS should be called. Really, bitch? It happened 15 years ago. My kids are 17 now. Hello? Like, fucking stupid. Every parent from the 70s and 80s deserved DCF. Ain't that the truth? Did you watch that? Yes, I did. I was going to get more into it, but I can't really. Benoit balls will strike me, so that's why I don't want to do. I don't want to get struck right before I go to Tennessee. But it was a really good interview until Benoit balls started talking. Does she have any kids? Who? Oh, Dr. Latina? I don't know. I just couldn't believe it. When I heard the clip, I was like, bitch, you've got to be kidding me. This is 15 years ago. Hello? Crazy. I can't stand her either. I don't like Doug either. Doug's like tries to be AB. Yeah, a lot of them did. I mean, my dad never drank, but a lot of them did. I'd say if a YouTuber harassed me for months, I will shut him down. Snapple Apple, I would love that to be the case. It's not that simple. Happy birthday, Capricorn. I'm tomorrow. Woo woo. One of my Patreons is tomorrow, too. If you guys didn't know, Juju is tomorrow. I'll let the secret out of the bag now. With the many calls you got, I'm so glad your kids are almost grown. Yeah, me too. But as they said, it can go till 19. Early on, the West Boys case, Benny and a female creator kept calling CPS on each other. Well, see, my problem with Benny, here's my problem with Benny, is he fucking lies. If you listen to his call to Marissa's police station yesterday, there were so many lies. It was insane. I'm like, could you fucking lie anymore? Trying to get Adrian, Adrian's involved in this conspiracy ring. Bitch, sit the fuck down. It was horrible. Horrible. He just absolutely lied. And I got no respect for people like that. No respect at all. It was disgusting. It is that simple. No, but I'm saying it's not that simple to shut somebody down. They hung up on... Oh, did they hang up on him? So happy that you can agree to disagree with people without being rude or obnoxious, and I'm so glad I can call Molly out when she's wrong and aren't scared to do so. I'm not scared to call Molly out. I tell her that all the time. I haven't heard from her, though. I didn't hear from her all day yesterday, and I haven't heard from her today. I'm going to have to listen. I missed that. Here in New York State, if it comes back unfounded, you can request who called and press charges. You can't do that here. They won't give up shit. Deserves to have DCYF called Don for clutter. Do you know that people that have child services called on them out of spite? Done nothing wrong and the kids have died because they weren't checked in on. They hung up in mid-sentence and then said they'll call back. Good. He's a loser. Poor police have to listen to all these crazies. Ain't that the truth? What are you doing for your birthday? If I ever get away from my computer, I'm going to I got to make labels. I got to eat something. I may take the kids out to dinner later. I don't know. Because the more I think about it, I really can't eat. So I'm taking them out to dinner. How lame. Jealous Shadows Blowhorn Betty. Gotcha. No, they don't leave for a couple of days. Thank you, Lynn. You got your candles? Good. You like them? I commented on BK channel. He did. Of course he did. He's a loser. Total loser. So yeah, so I'm just working. But I don't know what we're doing for dinner. I didn't get a cake or anything because I don't eat it. So there's no point. But I don't know. We'll do something. I'll probably take them out anyway. I just don't eat a lot. If I were to cancel today, when would I receive them in California? If you ordered them today, they would go out on Friday. And then however long it takes to get them, UPS. It's usually 1 to 3 days after I mail them. So you probably get them Tuesday or Wednesday. Me neither, Quinny. I'm glad you can call her out because if we do, we get blocked and degrade it on a chat. No, she doesn't. It's all how you do it. Like, I won't remove a comment if it's just a question. But if someone comes in there, oh, you're a fucking asshole, yeah, you're going to get blocked. But you get blocked here, too, if they did that. Oh, you didn't see them yet? Ah, tell them bring them to you at work. At 9 a.m. and they finally picked up the phone at 11. Crazy. All right. Well, the kids are at school now, so I'm going to enjoy my last couple of hours without any children. And I will see you guys tonight after dinner. I'll come live because I know a lot of people are working and they're like, oh, you have to do a birthday stream. So I'll be back tonight at some point. So thank you guys for the super chat, the memberships, the PayPals. Love you guys. And